Today I want to share 3 tips on how you can improve your video quality for a relatively low cost. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and I'm a Melbourne-based freelance videographer. If you're into filmmaking, make sure you subscribe and turn the notifications on because that is what my channel is all about. Alright, straight into this video. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is something that is so often spoken about, and it is lighting. Now, lighting is literally one of the quickest ways to improve the overall quality of your videos. So let me show you what this scene would look like if I didn't have any of my own lights set up and I was just using the house lights. It's pretty ugly, don't you think? Now, as you can see, there are lots of different light sources hitting my face and it's just creating a lot of mixed shadows. Now, something I recommend is just turning off the overhead lights, as that will reduce a lot of shadows. If you don't have external lights to use, I do recommend using a window, but again, just make sure your overhead lights are turned off. Instead, what you want to do is just have your scene lit by one light. So right here, I've got my key light, which is the Godox SL60W. And I have it at about 45-degree angle from the camera, and it is just slightly tilted down to me. And now that just lights up my face nice and evenly. Now you can even go one step further and add a rim light to just put some lighting onto this side of the face and fill in some of the shadows. Now, using practical lights and adding some colored lights into your scene is another way to make it more interesting. Now, what's more important than good lighting? Good audio. Now, if you're planning on talking to the camera or filming someone talk to the camera, you want to use a lav mic when possible. So right now I'm using the Rode Wireless Go, which is a massive improvement, as you can hear yourself from the inbuilt microphone on my camera. And my last tip is to play around in the space that you're in and create an interesting scene. Now, obviously, sometimes you might be in an environment where you physically cannot move anything around, but don't hesitate to move furniture or even stage props to just make your scene look more interesting. Take a look at this stuff behind me. I would never set up my stuff like that. But the reason I've done it is to just make my scene look more interesting and not just a plain blue wall. Now, speaking of walls, you also want to avoid being pushed up against one, especially if it's a white wall. There's nothing worse than the dreaded white wall backdrop. I don't even want to talk about how much I hate white wall. The more separation there is between you and the background means there's also going to be more depth of field, and again, just a more interesting scene overall. Now, I personally feel like the word budget friendly is super subjective because everybody has different budgets. Now, when I talk about things being low cost, I'm talking about in relation to how good the actual product is. So for example, the Rode Wireless Go, I think it sits at around 250 AU dollars, and to me that is incredibly affordable for what it is compared to other products on the market. So I'm not going to label my videos as budget friendly, I'm just going to label them as affordable options because, again, like I said, everybody's budget's different, but for the quality that you get from a good mic and a good light is unparalleled. I cannot believe I got that in one take. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something. If you have any video recommendations or you just want to have a chat, come say hi to me on Instagram. My handle is right_visuals. I'll see you in the next one.